toes. Now, coming to crime, sir, if you see, this is a broad outlook in terms of the nature of crime, what is reported in Andhra Pradesh. We have about 880 murder cases annually. We also listed crime against women. That's also a priority area, a matter of concern for us, as well as road accidents. Last year, as many as 7,400 people died, lost their lives on the roads. And last year has been the minimum, because year before last 2 years, it had crossed 8,000, about 8,500 and 8,100 odd was the figures. So there is a huge loss of human life, precious lives. So there is a need for us to look at that area as well. Now, looking at crime patterns and trends in the state, we see once again bodily offenses, crimes against women, white-collar crimes, and road accidents to be one of the major heads of crime that engages us. Property, as regard the property offenses, there is a decreasing trend visible, sir. If you compare to up to May, and one of the reasons is basically police being very brisk and present on the ground in the wake of the elections that we had. As regards property offenses, the top 5 units where the property offenses are maximum are listed: Vijayawada City, West Godavari, Guntur Urban, Nellore, and East Godavari. Similarly, the bodily offenses, overall there has been a decrease, but if you look at up to May, we see that rioting and hurt cases have been increased. That is again primarily related to the election campaign and post-election time. And as regards bodily offenses, the first top 5 units, as usual, Guntur Rural has seen the maximum number of instances of bodily offenses, which is also a matter of concern. If the pattern becomes a little huge, there's a matter of concern needing interventions and special measures for that. White-collar offenses, there is an increasing trend in the white-collar offenses. If you see, mostly cheating and criminal breach of trust, and as well as the new areas, new domains, which is cybercrime, which will come to that later. And amongst the white-collar offenses, we see the maximum in West Godavari, Visakhapatnam City, Vijayawada. And this may also have its own peculiar characteristic in a very localized manner. Crime against women, there has been a decreasing trend overall, but it's an area of concern and a very continuous engagement from our side. There will be special measures from our side addressing primarily crime against women and children. And this is one area where always no amount of work is enough, because not all crime gets reported because of the reasons that exists in our traditional and conservative societies. If you look at the crime against women, once again, Guntur, Krishna, Kurnool, Visakhapatnam City, and West Godavari has registered the maximum number of cases. And crime against women, as I said, also relates to the ease of reporting, and in some state districts we see that they come forth and complain. Cases against the weaker sections, particularly SC/ST offenses, overall there has been a decrease, but then again that's an area of concern. So therefore, we'll be also very constantly monitoring and watching that. And up to May this year, if you see the comparative statement of crime, there has been a decrease, but we see that hurt cases, once again related to election period. Crime against the weaker section, SC/STs, once again, amongst the top 5 units, you find Guntur, Kurnool, registering the maximum number of cases, followed by Prakasham, West Godavari, and Kadapa. Road accident, as I said, sir, is an area of much concern. During last year, AP Police was amongst the top 2 states where we have been able to intervene and see that the trend is bucked, and then the increase has been contained as in the past it was. So if you see today with regards to the road safety per lakh population, Andhra Pradesh stands 10th, in 10th position if you relate it to deaths per lakh for population. As I mentioned, 2018 it was the second best performing state. And road safety is a domain, is an area which needs multiple stakeholder intervention, starting from education, engineering, enforcement, environment and emergency care needs as well, post-accident needs, also integration of all emergency response and stakeholders to reduce the death. The golden hour concept is very critical during road accident strategies that we put in place. There is also a need to evolve a state policy and a strategy to deal with this, with the rate kind of casualties that is being visible on the ground on a daily basis. These are the figures which reflects the situation on the ground. And if you see, sir, the road accidents up to May this year, once again, the top 5 units where we see maximum, and most of these deaths are occurring in the national highways and state highways. Coming to crime against children, that's also another area that needs attention. It has been consistently quite high in the state. So we also need to have devise strategies, and that is also a focus area of this government. We shall also be undertaking special measures for that, sir. And as far as reporting is concerned, top 5 units, Guntur Rural, West Godavari, Krishna, Prakasham, Guntur Urban, sir.
For more details, please like and subscribe SWETCHA TV.